All right, your imaginary timers have now stopped. It is time to go ahead and get started. So first and foremost, I want to welcome everybody to our final webinar of the series. That's right, final webinar of 2022. Unfortunately, you're going to have to wait until 2023 to receive quality content like we're going to give you tonight. Virtually. You'll have to deal with it in person when you come in July. So with that being said, tonight's webinar is hosted by myself, Joe Lewis, the camp director, Jimmy Kyle, our camp commissioner, and Austin Reich, our camp program director. So let's go ahead and get into it. We got a lot of stuff to cover tonight, all the way from our legendary camp service, camp check-in procedures, weekly camp schedule, summer camp COVID procedures, our evening programs, planning for camp, and making our 2023 camp reservations. Also, we'll have time for questions and answers. Just some quick housekeeping things. All attendees are in listen mode only, so unfortunately you cannot talk to us. We can only talk to you. Some would say that's being talked at, but we disagree. You actually have the ability to enter questions into our chat feature, so you can talk to us, just not verbally. This webinar is being recorded, and the recording and slide deck will be posted to our website shortly following the conclusion tonight. So, some exciting and brand new news for 2022, something that I've actually been looking forward to for quite some time now. A little sneak peek of what it could be. Each camp seems to have one. Each camp has this fancy logo, all these really cool things. What could it be? What could it be? It's a camp app. So we have a leader-focused camp app available for download for Android and iPhone, and you can download it now, or sorry, after June 1st on the Google Play or App Store. So if you type in barA Scout Camp or barA Scout Ranch or any of the other camps as well, you'll be able to download our camp app. So you may be wondering, what does it look like? Well, first, let's talk about some features. So we've got these daily schedules that are available. We've got menus that are going to be available, maps, weather widget, feedback form, contacts, and push notifications. So if there is a storm happening at camp, or we're expecting a severe storm, we can use this app to send you a push notification so that you know what's going on. It's pretty cool. What does it look like? Well, I'll show you what it looks like. It looks a lot like this. So it is very easy to use. Everything is large. You can change the font size, which is great. Right now it's a normal, but you can make it larger for those folks who may want that accessibility feature, which is pretty fantastic. You can see our daily schedule that would go there. And the main menu is pretty cool as well. A little phone, little world, pretty cool. So now that I've got you all excited, let's talk about something even more exciting, our legendary camp service, our commitment to you. So if you've been here once or twice before, you know that we start all of our webinars with this promise that we've made. So we, the camp staff, are dedicated to providing our customers and guests a legendary camp experience while participating in our life-changing year-round camp programs. We are committed to providing facilities, programs, services, and camp leadership that will consistently exceed the expectations of our customers and guests. Our Michigan Scout camps will be a safe haven for experiencing the best of the adventures and values of the Boy Scouts of America. So what does that mean? Well, we've got a couple of things that we want to focus on. We're going to strive to plan an innovative program that meets the needs of all of our Scouts, and one that will be provided by qualified and talented staff. We'll work diligently to plan and implement a high-quality food service program. We will continue to upgrade and refresh our facilities, and we will engage you, our leaders, in our process and implementation. So, to talk about COVID procedures at camp this summer, I'm going to bring Jimmy Kyle to the front, and he's going to go over things.
Hello. So, The best way to prevent the spread of COVID, since it is on the decline and we'd like to keep it that way, is to keep the virus from ever getting into our camp environment in the first place. If an attendee in your unit uh, presents such symptoms prior to departure, then unfortunately they should stay home. It is sad, however, would be for the benefit of everyone else, to enjoy the summer that they're all hoping to enjoy as well. We will not be utilizing or collecting any kind of pre-camp screening for this upcoming season. Testing resources and locations are available at the linked website of michigan.gov/coronavirus test. All participants this summer are strongly encouraged to be vaccinated, as vaccination has proven incredibly effective as the leading public health prevention strategy. Linked website below to learn where you can get vaccinated against COVID 19 at vaccines.gov. There are not going to be masks required at summer camp this year. It is encouraged that unvaccinated participants do wear them just to help with that minimalizing of any risks. And for the MDHHS guidance on masking, please visit michigan.gov/coronavirus. While at camp this summer, campers will be encouraged to wash their hands often with soap and water. And when not available, alcohol based hand sanitizer should be used instead. Every program area and key location at camp will have hand sanitizer available, and there will be provided hand washing stations near all dining facilities. We will require the washing of hands prior to entering the dining facilities. Campers taking part in campsite or patrol cooking are encouraged to require hand washing as well. We will utilize approved disinfectants at all program areas, and campers may be asked to wipe their area of use and or equipment prior to leaving an activity session, as there are many more of them than there are staff members, so that will just help ease the flow in and out for all participants if need be. And camp will sanitize public areas such as showers and toilet facilities multiple times a day. So, documentation coming into this summer, you will need your annual health form and medical record, parts A, B, and C, a routine drug administration record, if applicable, the DHS clearance form, and proof of youth protection. Unit forms will be needed, the summer camp unit roster, and proof of insurance for out of council units. And as of June 1st, COVID documents are no longer required.
Thank you so much, Jimmy. I'm going to pass things over to Austin to talk a little bit about check-in procedures and a few other topics.
There you go. Hello, hi everyone. Can you hear me? Can they hear me, Joe? Okay. Is there any way you can move on to the next slide, Joe? All right. So our camp check-in procedures, similar to last year, we will be using a timed check-in process. So what this means is that the week before your scheduled session to come into camp, you will receive a call from the camp office, and they will supply you with your time and any updated information for camp. So again, you will get a call a week before camp, and they will tell you at what time you should arrive to camp for your check-in. Once you have arrived to camp, you will see a plethora of signs directing you to our Jack Lord camp, which is where you will be greeted and hosted through the rest of the check-in process. It is from that point on where we will go over your paperwork. It should be sorted by the type of health forms, DHS forms, camper release, and etc. not by the participants themselves. So please have them organized in that manner, so that way the check-in process can be a lot smoother and more organized for us on it. Sorry, you guys. Did I cut out at some point during that talk?
Just at the end a little bit, not much.
Okay. So just to recap, have your paperwork organized by their type, not by the participant. After all the paperwork is turned in, you will receive a guide who will take you through the rest of the stations. That being, you will get a tour of the camp. The leaders will be directed to the hay pavilion for an orientation where we will go over all of the procedures at camp, go into a little bit closer detail of everything that we've kind of gone through with our webinars, and a little bit more into detail about what your daily life at camp will look like, and some other things as well. You will also do your swim checks if you haven't already done them prior to camp, which we'll talk about later. And finally, you will also make sure that your campsites are set up and ready to go for the week. Here we are, what I just mentioned. There are pre-camp swim checks that are going to be available for you guys. Unfortunately, the time for to go to our camp, barA, and get a pre-camp swim check has already passed, but there are other times available as well. The sign-up times that will be available are from 10 to 4. It saves an immense amount of time during the check-in process, and leaves room and space for other troops as well during the check-in process for scouts who have a little bit more trouble passing their swim checks. It gives them a little bit more of an opportunity to pass that and get comfortable inside of the water. So if you have the opportunity, it would be very much appreciated if you could check out the link right down below where you can sign up for those swim check times. Right now on the website, we have Cole Canoe Base available on May 28th. Camp Rotary and the Gerber Scout Reservation are also available, but they are available June 11th for pre-camp swim checks. And you'll just click on the link there, and from there you can register your people for those pre-camp swim checks as well. Ah, awesome. Evening programs. Oh, the most wonderful time of the night. So Monday night, we will be having an open swim, boating, and inflatables. Swimming and boating are pretty self-explanatory. In the inflatables that we have available at camp are absolutely awesome. We have 2 separate floating islands. One floating island contains a trampoline, a floating swing, a running log, and then a mini launching blob platform. And then we also have another inflatable that is separate from that one, which is a giant blob thing that is out on the lake that also launches scouts and campers up into the air after jumping off of it's sort of like a diving board-esque dock. You'll get to see it once you're at camp. It's really, really cool. Astronomy night. What this looks like is you guys will be taken to an observatory out in the middle of one of our lakes. It's really, really cool. We had it donated to us some time back, and it's really high quality grade telescopes. But those will be made, there will be a sign-up sheet for that. And our primary sign-ups will be for those taking the astronomy merit badge, and secondary sign-ups will be available to anybody else. But that will happen once you get to camp. We will have a campfire cooking show made available. You will learn how to cook a dish made available by our outdoor skills area director, and they will go over common cooking practices and cooking tips that can be made available to you or your scouts. We will have a collectible card game tournament and euchre tournament going on that night as well, with board games going on for any of those who get docked from the tournament, with prizes made available as well. We will have muzzle loading and archery open shoot available to those who like a lot of boom boom in their life. Tuesday night, we will have open swims, boating, and inflatables available to all of those who didn't get to do them the day before. Oh no, it's okay, we have it again. And it'll be the same thing as I mentioned from Monday night. Operations D-barA is going to be a super cool, super awesome outdoor escape room-esque event activity that will take place for anyone who is interested. That is as far detail as I am classified to be able to tell you as regarding the event, as it is a very closed operation for Camp D-barA. Wilderness Survival Overnight. That is a merit badge opportunity where you will be able to test the skills that you are learning in your wilderness survival merit badge. And that will be made primarily available to those who are taking that merit badge for obvious reasons. There will also be a drone obstacle course being hosted by our brand new super awesome STEM program. And that will look like you will have drones that will be made available to you with obstacles set up for you to become familiar with common drone practices. Paintball and Scoutmaster SPL shoot will be made available to those who also still like a lot of boom boom in their life. Wednesday night is our Hawaiian night, quote unquote, our water carnival for anyone who is unfamiliar with our name for our water carnival for our camp. There will be a lot of troop-based competitions involving the waterfront, but do not be afraid. If you cannot swim, there will be plenty of activities available for our scouts and campers who are less adapt to the water environment. Thursday night, we will have a Taste of D-barA. And for this particular event, we ask that you guys bring a very specialty dish of your very own choosing to our camp. And what you will do is you will cook this dish for us, and as of such, you will be judged, and there will be a winner for said competition. And let me just tell you, I am very looking forward to all of the exquisite tasting dishes that you are going to be bringing to camp. I am very excited. Please, please bring dishes to camp. I'm really excited to see what you guys have to offer. Not to mention the new recipes that I may be able to bring back to myself as well. First year catch up. For first year catch up, what this means is for any first year campers who seem to be struggling with any of their merit badges or would like to practice their merit badges just a little bit more, anything that they have learned inside of their classes that they have been taking, this is an opportunity for them to make up or catch up for their different things that they are learning within their courses that they're going to be taking at camp this year. Search and rescue demonstration. This is really, really neat. We have a search and rescue, like an actual search and rescue group come into our camp, and they perform a live search and rescue operation using their canines that they have at their disposal. It's really neat. If you've never seen one before, I strongly recommend it. And they'll go into strong detail about how search and rescues are operated, and answer any questions that you guys might have regarding search and rescue. A roping bull demonstration, whip demonstration will also be taking place during this time. where scouts and campers will have the opportunity not just to learn how to rope or bullwhip, but they will also have the opportunity to practice roping and bullwhipping with our qualified instructors. We will also have flu archery going on at the shooting range, as well as our cowboy action shoot. But to participate in our cowboy action shoot, it is utmost important that you remember to bring and sign that waiver for your scouts that are wanting to participate in that. Otherwise, if they do not have that waiver signed, they will not be able to participate in our cowboy action shoot this year. Our weekly camp schedule, what your daily life at camp will look like this year. At 7:45, there will be a flag raising ceremony in front of the Jack Lord cabin. Right neighboring the flag post where we will be having that ceremony is our hay pavilion, where our breakfast will be hosted at 7:50 from 9 o'clock to 12:15. So you will have about an hour to eat your breakfast and get ready for your merit badges. At 9 is when our first set of merit badge sessions will start. And then from 12, there will be a 15-minute area for travel after 12:15. At 12:30, there will be lunch at the same place that we had breakfast in the hay pavilion, followed by a 1-hour siesta. What that means is that is a 1-hour period for your scouts and yourselves to kind of unwind after that first batch of merit badge sessions, to kind of comprehend everything that happened. Maybe search camp, have a little bit of fun, talk amongst yourselves and relax a little bit, and get ready for our second round of merit badge sessions that will be starting at 2:30 from 2:30 to 5:45. And it's going to be super, super exciting. All the different merit badges that they will be taking, followed by our closing night 6 p.m. flag lowering ceremony at the Jack Lord cabin once again to lower the flag that we have raised. At 6:05, immediately following, there will be dinner provided at the hay pavilion, the same place that lunch and breakfast were served, followed by our evening programs that we just talked about, which will start from 7:30 to 9 o'clock.
Thank you so much, Austin. Hope you all got all of that down. There will be a test at the end of it regarding all of this information that you have gathered. Now, back to Jimmy for planning for camp.
As we continue to draw ever nearer to camp, we continue to advance along our ideal timeline for having things in order so that you are ready for when camp arrives. So it is this month, this window, May to June 1st, is you should ideally have transportation confirmed to and from, when and where, who's driving, and all who is with who, and all that stuff. You should be collecting YPT, proof of BSA membership, and the DHS clearance letters for all adults that will be in attendance, and make sure that you have secured a copy of your council's accident insurance policy if you are out of council. Two weeks prior to coming to camp is when your SBL and scribe should have completed a camp roster sheet, and the confirmation for final transportation arrangements should be made. All equipment should be inventoried so you know what you're bringing with, and make sure your tents are checked ahead of time, because we don't want you to get to camp and notice that there's a flaw or tear or something, and then that makes them unsuitable for use and thus leaving someone out of shelter. All required paperwork should be organized and ready for transport. Make it really easy to just hand it off to us, organized like Austin was saying, by type of document and not by participant. And then at this time, 2 weeks prior, make sure you're also calling camp to confirm special dietary needs, which are also listed on your unit registration, and make sure that pre-rec slips signed by unit leadership or merit badge counselors are also in order.
Fantastic. So let's talk about our needs for staffing. So we do have some positions that we still need some help with. So if you know of anybody that is looking to fill positions at camp, well, oh boy, send them our way. So we are still looking for a forage master who is 18 years of age or older, a cook who is 18 years of age or older, um, food service staff, a steward, maintenance/custodial staff, 18 plus, trading post staff, 18 plus, a lifeguard or aquatics instructor, 18 plus, archery instructor, 18 plus, and outdoor skills instructor. Um, so the folks that can be under the age of 18 being outdoor skills, food service, and steward, everybody else requires to be 18 years of age or older. If you have some scouts that just crossed over or just finished their time being a youth and crossed over into the adult world, send them our way. We can definitely use them and help develop them even further along the scouting path and journey. There's always use for those kinds of folks at camp. Or you have a cousin or a brother-in-law or insert person here. They don't have to be a scout in order to work at scout camp. We'll turn them into one by the time your scouts arrive. So let's talk about next year, because all of you are going to have such an amazing, great, awesome time this year. We're going to talk about reserving for next year. So, units at camp get priority on the same session, same campsite the following year. Units wishing to take advantage of this must utilize the Site Saver feature on their 2022 reservation or go to the camp office for assistance. A $200 deposit is due at the time of reservation. This deposit is non-refundable. Priority reservations must be made by 5 p.m. the Wednesday that you're at camp. Sorry, the Wednesday that your unit is at camp. So 5 p.m. by Wednesday to get priority on same session, same campsite. Units wishing to move sessions, camps, or units that went out of council for the 2022 camping season will need to do the following steps below. Log in to our reservation site. Select the session you'd like to attend. Sessions go live the same session at 8 a.m. on Friday, meaning that session 3 in 2023 will be available to reserve at 8 a.m. on Friday during session 3 in 2022. Make the $200 deposit at the time of reservation. Like I said, this deposit is non-refundable, and camp availability is on a first-come, first-served basis. With that being said, we are keeping the same 3 sessions, so same 3 weeks of July. The second, third, and fourth week of July next year are our first, second, and third session of Scouts USA Camp. What about our year-round programming? If you know DRA, you know that we specialize in year-round programming. Between all of the exciting events that are on here, we've got Equestrian Camp, which is open to the public. That means if you have a sibling that is not in Scouts, that loves horses and wants to spend an entire week on the back of a horse, let's say an entire week on the back of a horse, only taking breaks to eat meals and do other fun camp activities, like aquatics, or we might throw in some shooting sports in there. But really, the focus of Equestrian Camp is equestrian stuff. So it's all about horses. That's June 26th to July 2nd and August 14th through the 20th. We also have our Haunted Forest event, which is also open to the public. That is October 15th of this year. It is one of the best haunted trails that I have ever seen. I truly believe that we blow a lot of those professional ones that you pay 30 or 40 bucks to go through out of the water. We have a great team of volunteers, over 300 volunteers that make this event happen. Typically over 700 people come through and participate in the Haunted Forest every year. That just shows you the scope of what we're dealing with. We have a lot of folks that used to run haunted houses come out and put on parts of the attraction, which is awesome. We also have horseback riding lessons starting in the fall. This will be every Sunday starting September 4th for 6 weeks. And we also have our fall signature event, which is September 17th, 2022. That is a free event to all those in scouting, and it is also going to be a recruitment event this year. So if you are partnered with a pack and you want to recruit some folks, bring them out to camp and show them what scouting can really offer, because we're going to have a lot going on there. Horseback riding, shooting sports, all sorts of fun stuff. So there's a lot of awesome opportunities. Also, come and rent cabins from us. Come and rent a campsite. Campsites are completely free for Michigan Crossroads Council units to rent at any point during the year. Cabins still have a charge to them, but we offer program courses, shooting sports, whether it's BB guns, archery, rifle, shotgun, almost every single weekend. So make your reservations for our year-round programming as well as summer camp for next year.
Hey,
And with
Joe.
that, I'm going to open up the floor to questions and answers.
Hey, Joe, you are gradually getting more and more staticky.
I fixed it.
Oh my gosh, that is so much better.
Questions and answers. Q&A. Any questions, post them in the chat right now. If your question is, what have I been saying for the last few minutes? Lots of stuff. Join us for 2023 in the summer. Join us for our year-round programming because we have a lot to do.
Can you review sign-up procedure for trail ride?
Yes, absolutely. So sign up will happen at our Sunday midway. That being said, as long as our slots are not completely filled at our Sunday midway, happening at Sunday at our Hay Pavilion, where you get to go between all the different areas and talk to all the different people about all the cool things that you get to do. The sign up will be available down at the corral. You'll have to pay for those trail rides at the trading post. They are at a reduced fee from our year-round experience. I believe they are only, off the top of my head, don't quote me, I believe they are $15 for an hour. Other questions? You guys are really quiet tonight. That's okay. I understand. You're just so overwhelmed with excitedness to come to camp this summer that your fingers are all cramped. I understand. It happens to me too. Well, if there are no more questions, and I'll give it another 30 seconds to hang on here, we will call it for tonight. Confirm. Need DHS for drop-off and pickup. I can confirm that you do not need the DHS form for drop-off and pickup as long as that is the only thing you're doing. If they are coming for family night, if they are coming to hang out and help set up camp, they should, if they are getting out of the car, they should have their DHS form on them and be prepared to turn that in. If they're just coming in, they're dropping off the kids are unloading all the gear, they're turning around and exiting the gate, or reverse for pickup, they're driving in, the kids are throwing all the gear in the van, and then you're driving away, you do not need DHS. All right, if there are no more questions, easy night, light night. 36 minutes is what we did it in, but really, I'd say under 30, because we'll just say that. What is time? Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. Oh, we got another question. Go ahead, Jimmy.
I realize this meeting is basically for Boy Scouts / troops, but for Scouts Webelos, camping is Form C on the health form need to be filled out.
For Webelos that are camping during our Cubs and Webelos that are camping during our Cub/Webelos resident camp or overnight camp, I should say, you do not need Part C because you will not be at camp for more than 72 hours. Thank you all so much. You all have a fantastic night, and I hope to see you all this summer. I'm excited. It's going to be a great year. Bye-bye, everybody.